Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJA Federation of New York. We bring you Torah and music, blessing, and community every weekday. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. Today it is Tuesday, June 20th, 2026. Almost 6 years of Torah every single weekday morning, finding each other from across the world just to say good morning. Jonathan and Tara, Susie, it's good to see you. I hope that you and yours are safe and well. Let's see who else is here so we can say good morning to each other as we have for 1,473 broadcasts. Let's see who else is here. Ariel, hi, beautiful. It's so nice to see you. Susie, it is cold in Toronto. It's cold in New York too. Cecile and George, hope that you are well. Let's see who else is here. We'll say a few more good mornings and then we'll sing a bracha and learn some Torah. Linda and Sue, Jack, Boker Tov, nice to see you. Okay, let's take a breath, sing a blessing, learn some Torah. John is dedicating today's learning to his mother's memory. Today is 12 years on the Gregorian calendar since she died. Blessing your mother's memory, John. I'm with you. I remember her. Scott, it's good to see you. Amy and Eileen, Karen and Debbie, Arlene and Carl, Karen, Boker Tov, friends. Hi, Arlene. Okay, here we go. So good morning to everybody. Maima's here on Facebook. Maima, Boker Tov, nice to see you. And Karen and Arlene, so touched to see that you've returned from Israel, ready to share your experiences. Can't wait to hear all about them. Let's get started with some Torah. This is Parshat Bo, and it's the second Torah portion that deals with the plagues that are all part of the liberation from Egypt. And of course, it's very hard to talk about the plagues. And we did yesterday, we will again this week. Let's talk for a moment about liberation. One of the things that is so powerful for us to consider is how universally applicable the metaphors and the images and the story of the Red Sea and of leaving Egypt have been for so many different peoples throughout time, not only, as we reflected yesterday, for the civil rights movement and the freedom of a formerly enslaved community here in America, but also America itself. If you aren't aware, when the conversations were happening upon the founding of the United States, Benjamin Franklin suggested that the Great Seal of the United States would be the splitting of the sea. And so you can see that the imagery of our story, of the Torah itself, is desirable, it is appealing, it is compelling. The miracle of freedom through a Jewish lens is very frequently a reference point for those seeking liberation. And you might say to yourself, but this is not for sharing. This is our story. Now, first of all, that's not what freedom is. Freedom is for sharing. But I understand the desire for our story to be our own. That's a fine impulse. This is ours. When Christian communities across the United States began having Christian mezuzahs or Christian seders, it's very complicated. It smacks of appropriation. I'm not clear exactly how I feel about it, but it's complicated. How beautiful, though, to see something central to our text itself. First, in chapter 12, verse 38 of Shmot, of Exodus, listen to this verse. Vayisu, I'm going one verse early. Vayisu v'nei Yisrael meramsei Sukkot. The Israelites journeyed from Ramses to Sukkot, about 600,000 fighting men on foot, aside from non-combatants. That's the aside from children, actually, is the literal translation. So we emerged from Egypt after the final plague, but listen to the next verse. V'gam erev rav ala itam. And also a mixed multitude went up with them, with livestock, flocks, and herds. This is a group that is not Israelite, that leave Egypt with our ancestors. Have you ever thought about that? These other people who seek their own freedom and join our journey. It's a very powerful thing to see in the Torah, that it's not only about Israelites in this moment. Because if you say, they glommed onto our miraculous liberation and then went their own way and we had no concern for them, just 11 verses later we have this verse. This is chapter 12, verse 49. Torah achat yeh la'ezrach ve'lager hagar betochechem. There should be one law for citizens and non-citizens who dwell among you. And that tells you that the Torah's concern is not limited to Israelites. That the status of fair treatment is not limited to those who are citizens for the Torah in the very inception of our national identity. It is beautiful to see that. And it is crucial for us to remember this. I remember a quote from Lila Watson, an activist for liberation in Africa itself. She said something like this, I'm paraphrasing. She said, if you've come here to save me, if you've come here to help me, you're wasting your time. But if you are here because you recognize that your freedom is bound up in mine, then we have work we can do together. It is a profound, profound teaching of our Torah. Pause. Hi, my son, Moshe. I love you. It is a profound part of our learning as a people, our emergence as a nation, that we remember what it is to share freedom. We're taught 36 times in the Torah after we are redeemed from Egypt that we are never to oppress the stranger because we know what it is to be a stranger in a strange land. That means that the lessons we have learned are not only for us. We are called to internalize freedom and to make sure that we share it. And in the immediate liberation of our ancestors, they were told to treat anyone journeying with them as an equal. There are gifts we bring to the world. There are gifts the Torah offers that we channel forward through time. This is a big one. That in our constant battle, especially these days, between tribal concerns, right, what happens within the Jewish community, and universalistic concerns, which are what happens to other human beings, it's not either or, it's not a binary. To be authentic to who we are, we care about all. That's one of the big gifts of Jewish tradition. It is often misunderstood from the outside, but we have to do our best to understand it from the inside. At the very beginning of our existence as a people, we are told to be concerned with others. Others who share our journey are equals and deserve fair treatment. What a beautiful thing to know about our own core identity as a people. May we cherish that. May we make sure to tell people about it and to remind our children and our neighbors and our friends that our circles of belonging must continue to expand until we all remember that we belong to each other. May we be blessed to feel a little bit less, John, as you are completely legitimately pointing out, a little bit less bitter. We know where our priorities have to be these days, but that is not the limit of our love. There is no limit to love, and the way love is manifest is through fair treatment. The Torah says, Torah achat yeh la'azrach v'lager hagar b'tochechem. One Torah for you and the non-Israelite who is with you. Now, who is with you is a big qualification. Let's continue to do the work we were called to do from the very first days of our existence as a people. Let's send our hearts to the east and sing. Kolon malevav penima nefesh Yehudi homia ulefate mizrach kadima ayin letzion Sophia od lo avda tikvateinu hatikva bat shnot alpayim liot am chofshi be'artzeinu Eretz Tzion v'Yerushalayim liot am chofshi be'artzeinu Eretz Tzion v'Yerushalayim. Am Yisrael Chai. See you tomorrow, my friends.